Kelly, thank you for joining me today. Congratulations on one fast move. Tell me a little bit about the film.
Thanks for having me, Manny. Yeah, so the film is about a discharged soldier who goes to seek out his absentee father to teach him how to race super sport motorcycles. So it's a essentially a grounded character piece set in a specific arena of motorcycle racing.
Now, I saw you're also the writer for the film as well as the director. So, what was your inspiration behind the story of Wes in this case?
Yeah, a few things. One is I'm an avid motorcycle race rider and enthusiast. So one came from my love of motorcycles and wanting to essentially write a love letter to motorcycles. Um, Another is my love of great sports drama films like The Wrestler and The Fighter and Ford versus Ferrari. And I just love these high stakes arenas, but also an intimate character piece. And also these themes about what it means to be a man in the modern world and being pulled in many different directions and finding your own father, finding mentors and guidance through that process. And so all of that sort of inspired One Fast Move.
Yeah, what really impresses me about the film is that you got the right cast for it. I think I love all these actors that you have on there. KJ Apple, big fan, of course, from Riverdale. Eric
Mhm.
Dane was my favorite person on Grey's Anatomy. I stopped
Mhm.
watching when
Oh,
I
really?
got the show
I'll
for a
tell
little
him
bit.
that.
For a
I'll
little
tell him
bit,
that tonight.
yeah, I was like, nope, I'm done. I went back, of course, but I was very upset. And of course,
Yeah.
Edward James Olmos, just without
Yeah.
saying, is incredible. And then you have Maya also, who does a great job. Tell me a little bit about your cast and how easy that made your job.
Oh, I lucked out with my cast, man. Because I feel like if you cast a film right, it just to me it's the most important part of the film. I really believe in the filmmaking process. With KJ, I had seen him in this trailer actually for a movie called Songbird where he was riding a motorcycle and I saw him and I said, "Gosh, I feel like that's the guy I'm imagining for this film." And when I met him and sent him the script and he responded to it, I just fell in love with the guy. I mean, he's just an amazing, amazing actor, amazing guy, and so passionate and committed. He helped me develop the script and the character for the year before we started shooting, which was wonderful. Eric Dane, again, he is that you can't take your eyes off of him. He has that charisma. He's the guy who walks into a room and you're like, who's that presence? And but he also has an edge to him, a sense of darkness underneath that I really needed for that character of Dean, and he really got the script and related to it. Edward James Olmos. I mean, I never thought I was going to get Edward James Olmos, to be honest. I wrote it with him in mind, specifically from this scene from the Joaquin Phoenix mockumentary where he's talking to Joaquin, and Joaquin, who's erratic the whole film, can't stop moving because he has to listen to what he's saying. And so luckily he responded to the script and came on board. And Maia Reficco was a great discovery. She's just a light of sunshine and incredible talent. So I lucked out big time.
Yeah, I think the dynamic between your characters is great. The pacing also is really good. They feel really, really grounded. Like it does feel throughout the film that this is actually happening somewhere in a town between an estranged father and someone like Wes, like you're actually saying that you wanted to do. And I thought that was really great. Tell me a little bit about the chemistry between KJ and Eric because it was great. I thought that it was very, very believable. You could just put them in a room with multiple people. They believe that it's really happening.
Oh, well, I mean, that's the greatest compliment I can hear as a filmmaker is that it felt like it was happening somewhere off in the world. Um, and that was really what I hoped for. Strangely enough, obviously the actors are all incredibly talented, but once I had them together, I realized that they were kind of sinking into all the dynamics in the film off screen. And I don't know if that was intentional or not. I didn't say anything. I just was like, I'm seeing this, and I just hope to capture what I'm seeing even off the screen. And so putting KJ and Eric together was just dynamite, because KJ was so enamored of Eric. He was just like, he's the coolest guy in the world. And that's what I wanted. I wanted Wes to meet Dean and think, gosh, I have this anger towards this guy, but gosh, he's cool, and I want to be like him, and maybe I should be like him. But slowly throughout, is able to see that he's a human being, who is flawed, and so and Edward was the same. He was just that presence, even for me on the set, where if he spoke, I don't care how long it took, I will just sit there and listen to you and wait to shoot until you're finished speaking. And so he became that sort of mentor, voice of reason for the whole set. So again, I just stayed out of the way and gave them the space to explore.
You know what I've learned about Edward James Olmos is whether it's on Zoom, on a red carpet, wherever I've seen him, talk to him, it's all he's always a mentor. He's always on, and it sounds like it
Oh
was
yeah.
the same case with you.
Oh, absolutely. What a wonderful man. And we were shooting in very hot weather in the middle of summer in Georgia, where he was sometimes sitting and waiting on a racetrack for a couple hours, and he was just like, whatever you need. He was never like, what's going on, and I just bless him for that, because there was a good amount of that on this film. So
That's great. That's really great to hear. And I want to talk about the motorcycle aspect of it. Is this a kind of film that you've done before, or because you had quite a few stunt moments
hmm.
where you have people falling off of motorcycles. You have people pretty close. You have some good shots there.
Thank you so much. No, so I hadn't done a film like this. I had realized that there hadn't been a film about motorcycle racing, which was a great challenge for me. I'm a motorcycle rider, so I understood what it's like to be on a motorcycle and go fast, and also what it means just personally. So for me, it was so exciting diving into this world that was also foreign for me, and going, how are we going to capture this? How are we going to capture this? What are the personnel we need? Who are the best people I can possibly work with, who know so much more than me, that I can bring onto this, and who will keep this in check and make it authentic and keep everybody safe. And luckily, everyone was really excited to come on board, and we had Greg Smurs, who did Mission Impossibles with Tom Cruise, as our second unit director, and just an amazing team. And again, I approached this like I would any other film, but we just had moving motorcycles, and so it's just about capturing that speed, keeping it exciting, but also not feeling like two films. I wanted to still feel like it stayed within that grounded world of the father-son story.
Anything in shooting the motorcycle scenes that maybe on set you found out was a little bit more difficult or challenging than you would have thought?
Yeah, a couple things. One is the weather. The weather in Georgia in the summer, for all of you who want to shoot motorcycle racing films in the summer in Georgia, there's a lot of lightning storms, which, we have to wait for. And when the track's wet, it's not safe for the racers. So, that was just a practical challenge that came up that, we maneuver around. There's always challenges that come that you have to roll with. But another thing is yeah, just these bikes go really fast, and you want to be able to capture that while also keeping everybody safe. And the racers aren't used to camera bikes and camera vehicles on the track with them. So, it was really just about prepping them, keeping them aware. And once we were in a groove, it was just about, let's have fun, let's capture this, and hopefully make a good film, or a great film, hopefully. So yeah.
Well, Kelly, I had fun with your film, and so congratulations. It sounds like you had a great cast, you had a great crew, so obviously that's going to make for a really good movie. Thank you for your time and for the insight. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching the film and for your words, and yeah, for your time. It was nice to meet you.